What is going on, everybody? It is Tristan.
And I'm Jackson.
And we are here with a two-parter with Big Hart Distillery. All right, so on this episode, let's get into it. We're doing Big Hart Distillery. And Jackson, can you give us a little bit of information on Big Hart?
Sure can. Big Hart, it's Big Hart Brewing Company. It is in Hart, Michigan, up in Oceana County. That is just up Highway 31 from Muskegon, just south of Ludington. On their About Us section, it says, when we sat down and first started thinking about opening a brewery, we talked about beer and food and atmosphere, but what we talked about the most was Hart and Oceana County. We were excited about the chance we had to introduce people who had never been here to the beauty and the bounty that our home has to offer. At Big Hart Brewing Company, our mission is to provide the best beer, the finest and fresh local food, and excellent service. What we will commit ourselves to showcasing, the bounty of Hart and Oceana County in our beverages and cuisine. Our goal is to be the best at what we do every time we do it.
Very nice, very nice. And so I will say I did see that. Let me pull it up. But one of the things that they pride themselves on is the fact that, so one thing that they believe, which makes their spirits distinct, is the water that they use during proofing. The water,
it's important.
Yeah, is in Hart comes from a large underground aquifer and is not treated or filtered. The unique mineral content added a sweetness and depth of flavor that we feel sets them apart. So they're using a nice underground aquifer, unfiltered, unadulterated water.
So water is actually a really huge part of any beverage because it is going to be a majority water. So you want good, high quality water for whatever you're making.
Absolutely. And, we stress that with our coffee as well. We have a softened water. We're getting an RO put in, and then that will allow us to put in the minerals that we feel will make our coffee the best. And that's why, the difference between at home and professional is probably the water and the water treatment. Like Jack said, it is a lot of the product. So it's important to get that recipe down to the T. So I'm excited. Let's talk about the bottle. Bottle reminds me of, I feel like it should have XXX on it in a Western.
That's pretty standard bottle. I like it. I dig it. It's
got a cork.
Yeah, it got cork. Kind of reminds me of a Stadium Buddy, if you will. Kind of like a bigger pint bottle.
Yeah. You're going to be hiding that in your coat pocket. Going into the stadium.
The one thing I noticed, so this is a Michigan bourbon. It's very blonde. It's not very dark. So that would indicate it's a young bourbon, which means it has not been aged as long as some others.
Or Holven for you tequila lovers.
Holven bourbon.
Holven. So yeah, it does look a little light.
It's got a nice honey color to it.
Yeah, it's not as red as it was on the bourbon from Ohio that we tried last week.
But that would be because that was aged for 14 years.
Right there. There you go. The more you know. Yeah. So Jack is going to pop the cork, and then we're going to pour it in, get us some aromas. So I don't think either of us have quite the hefty pours. Oops. I don't think we have any of the flavor notes queued up. I can look for that real quick. But go ahead and tell us what you see even more as a poured and kind of what you smell.
Well, as I said earlier, it is a little bit blonde, and I poured it out, and it is even more blonde. Which, if you've ever had a blonde, it's the big leagues.
It's the what?
It's the big leagues.
Gotcha. Okay. So their mix is corn, rye, malted barley, and it's aged in New American white oak barrels, of course. It has the color of a golden wheat, along with the aromas of blank and blank. Blank and blank will dance on your palate as you enjoy our bourbon in a way of your choosing. It's 80 proof, so I just gave Jack some hints.
Blank, and another blank, if I heard you correctly.
There were 5 total blanks, 2 in the aromas, 3 in the tastes.
Got it. Now I know what to look for.
Now he knows what to look for. So go ahead and give it a whiff.
Ooh, that was a big whiff.
Big whiff. Remember, talk to the mic.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This does smell pretty chill.
Boozy. I like it though. I mean, it's 80 proof, so it's 40%. That's to sneeze at.
It's not making me sneeze, so there's a plus.
Always a plus.
It doesn't smell too harsh. Yeah, it actually it's got some legs. It's got actually a good smell to it.
I get light caramel, not the molassesy one that we got last time where it was a little bit more burnt. This is like a nice fresh caramel I'm smelling. Get a blank and a blank. So that's one of my blanks.
One of your blanks. Okay. Oh, he just did the technique as he should with sniffing bourbon or spirits. Open mouth. That way it doesn't burn your nostrils. It's a lot of ethanol.
It is. If you don't, you'll tinge the nostrils.
All right. So you got caramel, light caramel. Interesting. What's the second aromatic smell you're getting?
So you said it was corn, rye, barley.
Yep.
Did they say wheat?
No, but they did say an American New Oak barrel. They said that it was golden wheat color.
Ah, that's where I was getting the wheat. I don't really get a real strong woody smell from this, which is which may be an indicator that because it wasn't aged as long as some other ones in the barrels.
Yeah, it doesn't say when it was, how long it was aged, so I'm assuming 3 years.
All I can pick out is the caramely.
Okay, so he's
that's all I'm getting.
Saying a little light on the sniffs. Okay, all right.
It smells good. It's just that I'm only getting the one flavor note out of it, aroma note, I guess.
Do you want me to?
Yep, spill the beans.
Spill the beans. All right, aromatics. You were close. It's not a light caramel, but it is light, kind of like vanilla. I would give that to you, I guess.
Vanilla-y, yeah. No, I could definitely see vanilla-y.
Yeah, and then the one that you didn't guess, dark wood, and which is funny. You said it wasn't very woody, so
I didn't get a whole lot of wood smell out of that.
Yeah, I mean it's so far. I would say I think your indication of the color being lighter is correct. On it is not aged as well because it's not a very
it's not a pronounced wood smell. So I guess obviously we already talked about this. Is it the inception effect? Do I smell wood now because I know that that's what the aroma is supposed to be? I don't know.
No, I did not.
I still don't.
Okay, so let's go on to the tastes. Cheers. Okay. I know it wasn't the first sip, but
it's a little bit of a late burn for me.
It is a little bit of a late burn.
I didn't really get it at the beginning, but I got it more towards the end of my sip.
I'm not reacting well.
No, you are not. You are not reacting well to this.
No, I'm not. Yeah, go ahead and bring that closer to you. Okay, so I know the flavor notes.
There we go. Now we're cooking with fire.
It's definitely dancing. That's what it's doing on my palate. But yeah, what are you tasting? You've gotten about 3 sips in, so let's see if your palate's acclimated.
It's not overly sweet. I'm not getting a lot of rye in there. Not getting it too spicy. It's definitely corn heavy because it's on the sweeter side, but it's not like super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not getting tons of flavor from this. I'm actually getting more of an oak wood flavor than anything.
Yeah, it's pretty pronounced on the woody. Like it's to me, I think it's a little spicy.
Yeah, a little bit, and that's probably some of that rye in there. I'm not getting like any vanilla-y or caramel notes. I mean, maybe a hint, but mostly I think I'm just getting wood.
Okay, so if you had to guess, what 3 things are you tasting then? Let me taste again.
It's raining for the 900th day in a row.
Woo! Have you ever noticed there's an L on the bottom of these rocks glasses? Or T
No, I
or
have
J?
not.
I don't know. One of the two. That's pretty cool. All right, yeah. What are you tasting? Yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm getting wood.
wood. So that's his. Those are his 3 flavor notes: wood, wood, and wood. Okay. Do you want?
If I had to take a guess, I'm gonna say some sort of a hardwood. Perhaps a bit of vanilla,
Okay.
and that's it. That's all I'm getting. Just blank and
Just the
blank.
2. All right. So it was funny. You said you weren't getting the first 2 flavor notes, which are. It's also funny that you said it's not very sweet, because we're going to go with vanilla and caramel and honey.
I don't get honey at all.
No, I don't. I can guess I can get the vanilla.
I mean, because that's kind of what bourbon and whiskey
generally tastes like, yeah.
right? You know, caramely or vanilla-y.
But it's not.
Excuse me.
It's not.
I don't think it's overly sweet. Like, this is not a super sweet bourbon to me. I don't think so. But those are the, yeah. I'm getting hardwood.
Yeah, it's very.
Kind of leaves a dry taste in my mouth,
It does. Yeah, my mouth is extremely dry right now.
which is maybe perhaps the wood flavor I'm getting.
Yeah.
If you ever tasted wood, it's very dry. Fun fact.
I'm looking up the price right now. Just gotta believe, All right, so this bottle is $30.80 at Mega Bev in Hastings. So, I mean, that's a solid price point.
Yeah, I'm so like we don't. So unlike Morning Cup, we don't really have like a ranking scale
No,
here.
it's just a yes or
approved
no.
or not approved.
I think I'm for the first time, because I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, wow, we're gonna have a really high approval rating. I mean, we should.
I mean, everything we've tried has actually been really good. So
I think today might be the first day I'm not gonna push for the approval rating on this one, but
so the approval rating. So are we? Is this kind of like drinkability we're taking into effect? We're taking in everything, like bottle,
it's basically
aroma,
just
taste,
drinkability,
price point too. Like,
yeah.
for the price point of $30.99 at Mega Bev in Hastings, I don't think I would buy this.
No, because considering you buy $12 bourbon and or like it's tastes like a $40 bottle.
$8 bourbon.
My point exactly. So I've had that one. What's that called?
That is called Quality House.
Quality House.
I believe that is. I'm gonna be honest. That's better than this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't think this mash bill is really what I'm looking for in a bourbon.
To me, it's a bit.
And they said it was very sweet. I didn't get.
I don't
much-
think it's very sweet at all.
Aromatics, I got more honey on it than the taste, but
I just don't think for the price that this is as good as it should be. I get, and like for the price, I get it. It's a small batch.
Mm-hmm.
It's up in Hart, Michigan. Love the story of the brewery.
Yeah.
I just, to me, having tasted it, I don't think I would buy it.
I don't think I would either. So yeah, there you have it. No stamp of approval on this one.
I just don't get a lot of complex flavors in it at all. Because like, as I said, to me, the most outstanding flavor I got was wood, which I like that as a base underneath undertone, kind of a finish, a nice like charred oak finish to a bourbon. Not that's all I can taste.
Well, and that's the one thing. I'm looking at what they said was in the taste. It was honey, vanilla, and caramel, and it. I mean, I'm not indicating this is much, but I did cough twice after tasting it, and I just was not liking it off the jump, and it just did not resemble honey, sweet, or any of the vanilla or caramels for me. So,
yeah. And honestly, even having said that, those are still kind of one depth of flavor notes there. It's just sweet and like sweet, and it wasn't really all that sweet.
Yeah, I mean, for a mixer, this probably wouldn't be that bad. But then again, Jackson and I right now are comparing it to an $8 bottle of bourbon that actually is better than this, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of other ones that I would drink before this because there's a more of depth of flavor. And you know what? I don't know. Did it say this was a blend or anything? Because it doesn't say it's single barrel or anything like that. So it's not. It says aged minimum of 6 months right here.
6 months? No wonder it's blonde.
Minimum of 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm glad that you found this makes a lot more sense. Because
I just don't think it had enough time to develop flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like the potential's there. Like it's at its bones. I don't think it's bad.
No, it's not.
I would not say this is undrinkable or bad, or I wouldn't drink it on the rocks, but like there's just not a lot of developed flavor in it. It's just pretty single note, and it's kind of corny whiskey.
Yeah. 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 I would agree with that statement. And that's probably where we'll leave it. So no stamp of approval on the Big Hart Distillery Michigan Bourbon Whiskey. But you be the judge. $30 is pretty affordable. It's not like the $100 bottle we just tasted. So let us know what you guys think at home if you guys try it, if you ever had it. Of course, again, Jackson and I are doing this just purely for funsies, and we're not trying to we're trying to give a real rating, real kind of feedback.
Yeah, that's one of our, I don't want to say mission statements, but just in general, we enjoy getting real, actual feedback because that makes us better. And I think that's what I try to do to everybody. And sometimes it doesn't get taken the right way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just looked at as just criticism. I mean, perhaps that's in my delivery sometimes. I don't know. But constructive feedback on this. I might age it a little bit longer. I don't know. It was pretty singularly flavored wood for me. And just it's fine.
Yeah. That's it. That's about it. So go ahead and subscribe if you like this. We're coming at you next episode with same distiller, but gin. We're going to see if they're gin.
Big Hart Gin.
Big Hart Gin.
That's all for this episode. Thank you. Subscribe, follow, listen to the podcast. Take it easy.